A lot of people believe you can only spend 180 days a year in the UK as a visitor. But what do you think if I say that it's a myth? Okay, let's take an example. Let's say someone comes to the UK in January 2026 and stays until March 2026. And then they leave the UK and let's say if they are planning to come again back in August 2026 with a new visitor visa. So in this instance, many people think they only have 3 months left to spend in their 2026 year visa. But the UK immigration do not contain any rule limiting visitors to 180 days per year. And that's not what the law says. Law says if you are granted permission to stay for 6 months from January to June, and you can lawfully stay for those 6 months, and if you are later granted permission once again, then you can stay for a further 6 months. So, where did this myth actually come from? I think most of the people are confused with the UK tax rules because spending more than 183 days in the UK in one tax year can affect your tax residency status in the UK. So, what does it say in these visitor visa rules? The visitor visa rules set out in Appendix 5 of the immigration rules. The key requirement is that you must be a genuine visitor. That means you must leave the UK at the end of your visit and not use frequent visits to live in the UK, and you are only allowed to do the activities under the visitor visa rule and have enough money to support yourself during your stay. So none of these rules actually say you can only spend 180 days a year in the UK. The closest rule says that a visitor must not live in the UK, let's say through frequent or successive visits, or they should not make UK their main home country, which is of course true. It doesn't say there is a 180 days limit. Instead, immigration officers are looking at the bigger picture. They consider your travel history, how often you visit, how long you stay,